最後に閉会のご挨拶を WPI プログラムオフィサー笠木信秀様より頂戴いたしたいと存じます。
皆様ありがとうございました。なかなか興味深いシンポジウムだったというふうに思います。Dr. Sophonis, distinguished professors, ladies and gentlemen, as a program officer of I²CNER, I would like to give a few words before closing the symposium. Let me first congratulate all I²CNER members on the success of this symposium. I also thank the speakers for their very interesting talks this afternoon. And I also thank the US representatives for their continued support and cooperation in this WPI program. I am especially pleased that Dr. Sophonis and his colleagues have been making a solid progress since the inauguration of I²CNER 2 years ago. They have once again demonstrated the important roles of I²CNER in Japan's R&D and human resource development in this field. I also recognize their possible contributions to the energy policy options for Japan as well as for the United States. Since I listened interesting talks on the US-Japan collaboration, I would like to touch another good example I experienced this summer. I visited Washington, D.C. to join the joint workshop on sustainable energy futures, which was hosted by the Roundtable of Science and Technology for Sustainability of the National Academy of Sciences. It was a wonderful meeting with the people from academia, industry, and the government. So I would like to introduce some of the materials I presented and also what I found is important in relation to the role of science. As many of you know well, the basic roles of science are twofold. We scientists should work in order to create scientific knowledge and also to apply such advanced knowledge for the societal benefit. This latter responsibility was more clearly identified by Jane Lubchenco, now the director of NOBLE, in the 90s, and later by I²CNER, Science Council of World Science Council, some 10 years ago. And nowadays, there is a stronger wish for the scientific research to lead innovation and even more, even the economic growth and social welfare. We are now facing various difficult issues, as you know well, after the Great East Japan disaster last year. For example, the recovery of rebuilding of devastated areas, cleaning the radioactive contamination, planning the future energy supply, designing a healthy aging society with declining population, resolving sovereign debt and recovering from the current global economic crisis. We should keep in mind that our future certainly hinges on the science and technology and innovation. Japanese government has decided the fourth Science and Technology Basic Plan, in which it is stated that the government will promote the science and technology by spending more than 1% of GDP for the fiscal years of 2011 to 2015. This is a tremendous amount of money to be funded to the science community. So it should be interpreted that there is an ever more strong societal wish for fundamental breakthroughs and also innovation. Especially those working for basic science should be aware of this. I believe it is exactly what all I²CNER members should try to challenge, in particular for the so-called green innovation. This is the National Basic Energy Plan before and after the disaster. In the original plan, it is planned to increase nuclear power even more in the year of 2030. And of course, we expected much more renewable energies at that time. But after the great East Japan earthquake, the nuclear power is not expected to contribute to the energy, primary energy resources, at least at the current nation's will. So we are going to introduce a tremendous amount of renewables in the year of 2030, say at least 25 or 35%. This is a big challenge, and this is perhaps a mission is impossible. But still, we should try this. We should challenge. In addition to such a very challenging goal, unfortunately, there are a lot of gaps to impede the fusion of sciences, which is an important goal of WPI program. And one of them is a gap which exists in between basic and applied research, gap between scientific disciplines, gap between industry, business sectors, research laboratories, and universities. There are also many gaps in between government ministries and funding agencies. And also there's a big gap at this moment, science and society. In addition to that, in front of us, there are new frontiers of sustainable energy which are to be explored and advanced with diverse knowledge mix and interactions. I am sure that our society with this WPI program to move forward bravely by filling various existing gaps, promoting and establishing a consolidated R&D collaboration with the US is a must for I²CNER, and will also be a much beneficial not only for Japan but also for the entire world. I do hope that I²CNER will play a key role in pushing forward this precious opportunity involving academia, industry, and the government. And we should start Operation Tomodachi for sustainability. Once again, I'd like to congratulate all of you here on the success of the symposium. And I'd like to close this symposium by thanking all participants this afternoon. Thank you.